So speaking of Fringe, it feels like a weird time for this show, and it's always been like it's a struggle. It's a show that struggled to keep the audience, right?
Well, I think the first two once we sort of got on track in the first season, everybody was pretty comfortable we were going to get picked up because it started to sort of gain momentum. The second season, it seemed like we really solidified, and then we turned a bad corner viewership-wise, but I think creatively we've actually maintained the quality of the show.
Right.
But we just sort of sprung a leak in season 3, and we find ourselves in that awkward place now of really being on the bubble, or under the bubble, as the case may be. So,
what's your gut say? How this is going to pan out?
Well, my gut says that the head of Fox doesn't go on national television and say, I'm not in the business of losing money as a joke.
Right.
So, I think our fans are there. They've been so dedicated to the show. I think there's a possibility that the show, if people would just watch it on the day and date, if the numbers came back, that's a possibility. They've talked about maybe going off network with it. I
was going to say, like DirecTV, Netflix, that
exactly.
Kind of thing,
So the TV landscape is a different place than it used to be, so it might not be death. But whatever the future of the show is going to be, for me, really the most important, beyond the selfishness of not wanting to lose my job, but the most important thing is that if the hatchet comes, and if it comes this season, or if it comes, we get another 13 next year, or whatever it is, that they have enough time to finish the story.
Right.
That's the only thing that the only thing that would really piss me off about getting canceled, whenever it is if we had brought people along for all these years, and they've been so dedicated to us and really stuck with the show, and then we didn't finish it up.
So is there a sense, as you're tackling, I guess, the last batch of episodes for this season, that it's wrapping up in a way that could be satisfying, or no? You need something a little more, another episode, something...
No, the brain trust is pretty guarded about that, so the boys keep that kind of stuff really close to the vest. So, there has, apparently, and I believe them when they say this, been a game plan from day one. I don't know how many hours it would take to implement the end,
right?
But we have plenty of hours left. We're only shooting 4/16 right now, so that's plenty before the end.
Sure.
And I think, if we found out in the next several weeks, there would be no problem
making it,
getting it to whatever the ending is supposed to be.